Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Shedman. It is so good to see your guys' faces once again. For this video, I'm going to be explaining how I got 4.0 semesters in college. But before I begin, these tips are not some profound guide to getting perfect grades, but this is just what personally worked for me and how I got the grades that I wanted during my time in college. So I've compiled 7 tips for you guys, and the first tip that I have is choosing good professors. This is more so in the context of your general education classes, because as soon as I got into nursing school, my junior and senior year, we had our schedule pretty much lined up for us. But my freshman year, my sophomore year, this is what I did every single semester just to get myself started on the right foot. And the way that I did this is I went on websites like Rate My Professor, looked up the professors that were teaching the courses that I needed to take, and picking the best one based on the reviews and the grades on the websites. And these websites are reviews from students that have had these professors in the past. Alright, so now you have your schedule set up. The second tip that I have is just simply allotting time for studying. I know that some people are very type A, type B person, some people like to be organized, and some people just like to find the time to study whenever they have the chance. What I ended up doing is I made sure that I allotted time, a few hours per day, to studying, so that the other hours of the day I could spend on doing whatever I wanted, whether that was hanging out with my friends, whether that was just me laying in bed, taking naps, watching YouTube videos. I use things like Google Calendar. Sometimes I would use the Notes app on my iPhone, and just various different apps that would make sure I have my schedule set in front of me. It was very stress-free knowing that, okay, I do have to study, but at the same time I have the rest of my day for other things. So the third tip I have is maybe a given, but at the same time maybe not. It is essentially knowing how you best study and retain information. Some people are visual learners, some people like hearing lectures. I think taking the time to reflect and understand how you can best get all this information inside your head and actually retain it for your test, and that's a really great way to maximize the efficiency, so that maybe you end up taking less time to study the same exact amount of information. Now the fourth tip I have is simply changing your environment. I don't know if this happens to other people. Whenever I'm studying in the same area, like my room, I get very distracted. Sometimes I fall into lulls where I am reading the information but nothing is happening in here. Like, it's absolutely smooth brain. So sometimes moving to a different area, like going to a library, going to a coffee shop, so simply changing your scenery can make you motivated enough to really try harder and keep you focused. The next tip that I have is just get rid of distractions, and this could also mean finding a quieter place wherever you're studying. I know that this thing was the biggest distraction that I had in school. It was so easy for your brain to go, oh, let me check on Instagram or any social media for like 2 minutes, and that ends up being 30 minutes worth of wasted time that you could have spent studying. So what I ended up doing was I always turned off my phone or put it on Do Not Disturb, just so I never got any annoying notifications sidetracking me from really focused learning. Now the sixth step that I have is take breaks. While it is very important for deep focused learning to occur, it is also very important to take breaks whenever necessary. So what I ended up implementing was something called the Pomodoro technique, but it is essentially micromanaging your study sessions. The very pure form of this is 45 minutes of just deep focused learning, and then an alarm rings. From that point on, you step away from everything, fully detach yourself from your studying, and you have 15 minutes of just break, doing whatever you want, going to the bathroom, getting some water, and then after that 15 minutes is over, another 45 minutes, another 15-minute break, another 45 minutes, another 15-minute break, 45 minutes. By the fourth break, I take a longer break, and then the whole cycle starts again. And I don't know what it is about this method that sort of helped me psychologically, but it just worked for me. I'd love to know if any of you guys try this method out, if it works, if it doesn't work. Leave it down in the comments below. And the seventh and last step is that other than studying, everything else in your life, you have to make sure that you're trying to take care of it the best you can. You have to make sure that you're eating. You have to make sure that you're sleeping well. You have to make sure that you're not studying all the time. If you want to do other things like your hobbies, hanging out with friends, it's just a matter of finding a good balance, making sure that other facets of your life are taken care of so that when you do allot time for studying, you are the best version that you can be. Alright everybody, so that is pretty much what I did to get 4.0 semesters in college. I really hope that this information was practical for you guys. I make videos like this every week, whether it's sit down videos like this or a vlog of me doing other things. Think about subscribing, think about hitting that like button, think about commenting, whichever tip you found the most helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.